Presided over by my child of a mother with her pretty hair and youthful shape, and by Peggotty, our maid, who had no shape at all, and whose buttons popped off her dress at the slightest exertion.
Come along, Davy, and dance with Peggotty and me.
Peggotty will lose her buttons, Mother.
Law, young Davy's right.
Well, then she'll just have to pop them. Here we go, round and round and round.
But the happiness was abruptly ended by the gentleman with the black whiskers, whom my mother married in my 9th year, Mr. Edward Murdstone, who brought into our carefree home his tyrannical doctrine of firmness.
Now, Clara, be firm with the boy. Either he knows his lessons or he does not know them.
I'm afraid he does not know them, do you, Davy?
I can do them when it's just you here, Mother, but not when...
And what do you mean by that, I'd like to know?
Edward, you must give him time to get accustomed to you and your manner.
Very well. Master David, I'll give you a sum to do.
Please say it slowly, sir.
Why, of course. If I go into a cheesemonger's shop and buy 5,000 double Gloucester cheeses at 4 halfpenny each, present payment, and then I buy...
I can't do it. I can't.
Ah, you won't do it, you mean? You're obstinate.
Please, Edward.
Come along with me. Come along.
Where are you taking him?
I tell you, Clara, I have often been flogged myself. Get in there, David.
Please don't. Please don't whip him.
Mr. Murdstone, sir, pray don't beat me. I've tried.
Have you indeed? Well, then, try that.
Oh,
and that. And... Ah! Oh, you bite, do you? I'll show you what we do to animals that bite.
For having bitten Mr. Murdstone's hand, I was sent away, over my mother's protests, sent away to school, where my chief humiliation was that upon arrival the headmaster, Mr. Creakle, who never spoke above a whisper, said to me,
"Turn around, young man.
What are you doing, Mr. Creakle?
I'm pinning a sign on your back, by order of Mr. Murdstone.
Pray, sir, what kind of sign?
A sign to warn the other boys what kind of a wretch you are.
What does the sign say, if you please, sir?
It says, beware this boy. He bites."
Not long after my humiliation at Mr. Creakle's school, I was called back to my home. My mother was ill, her gentle spirit broken by Mr. Murdstone. I had been home a few days when one night Peggotty came to my room.
Davy, are you asleep?
What's the matter, Peggotty?
Oh, my poor precious Davy.
Is it Mamma, Peggotty? Does she want me?
She wanted you, and he wouldn't let you come to her.
I'll go to her now.
No, David, no. Come here.
Peggotty, Mamma isn't worse, is she?
Yes, my precious little Davy.
Much worse?
Yes.
Peggotty, Mamma's dead? Mamma's dead?
Now, listen to me, David. I have made arrangements for you to go to London, to be employed by Murdstone and Grinby in the wine trade.
But, Mr. Murdstone, the boy is barely 10 years old and his mother dead.
Peggotty, if you please. If he has to fight his way in this world, he might as well start as young as possible. Don't you agree, David?
Yes, sir.
Very well. You must live entirely on what you earn. Now you will leave tomorrow morning. The cartman, Barkis, will fetch you and take you to London, where you will lodge with Mr. and Mrs. Wilkins Micawber.
Mr. Barkis, will you have another piece of cake?
You'd better save some for when you get to London.
Oh, no. They're for the trip.
Did she make 'em now, the cakes?
Peggotty, do you mean, sir?
Ah, her that's seen you all.
Oh, yes. She makes all our pastry and does all our cooking.
Does she, though? No sweethearts, I believe. No person.